Now, an event like this wouldn't happen without all of your participation and the involvement of so many volunteers. So thank you, everyone. A big round of applause for everyone who made this possible. Now, our specific call to action, which we ask all of you to engage in, is to engage with your state and federal legislators to demand the president's tax returns. And I think another call to action is to take a selfie or a photo with Chicken Dawn today and tweet it to the president. Now, it's my very great honor to introduce the Sousaphones Against Hate. Andrew, right there. And I'd like to welcome them on stage. We're going to do a little chicken dancing, so get your wings and waddles ready. This is our country.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You ready?
Get your wings and waddles ready. One more big round of applause for the Sousaphones Against Hate. All right, now it is my distinct honor. The first speaker we'll have on stage will be Congressman Mike Quigley. Now, this congressman has a very important position on the House Intelligence Committee. And they're currently looking into Chicken Dong's ties to Russia. So stop being a chicken, Mr. President, and release your tax returns. Everyone, big round of applause for Mr. Congressman Mike Quigley.
Good morning. As part of that investigation, I am just back from Cyprus. And there's a sign over there that's telling me what to do. Follow the rubles. Now, it is a beautiful sunny day, and it reminds me of what Justice Brandeis said. In government, sunlight is the best of disinfectants. You have a president that doesn't look out and see you as Americans. He sees you as mushrooms. And you know what you do with mushrooms? You keep them in the dark and you feed them. Well, you know the rest. This can't be allowed to continue. At the very least, the investigation must go forward unabated. Number two, we have to pass a bill that Jan and I are working on called the Mar-a-Lago bill. It says that all visitors to the White House or wherever you're doing business, whether that's South Florida or Trump Tower, have to sign in. Yesterday, the White House refused to release those records. And for those who think, oh, that's onerous, President Obama released all those records voluntarily for 8 straight years. There's so many reasons these records need to be released. Most of all, transparency. At a time when public trust on electeds is at an all-time low, we need to be as transparent and as accountable as possible. But I will tell you, there will come a time when these records absolutely must be released so we know exactly what happened when Russia successfully hijacked our democratic process. Don't give up that fight. Thank you all. Have a great day.
All right, one more round of applause for Congressman Mike Quigley. All right, now I get a second distinct honor, and that is to introduce Congresswoman Jan Schawkowksy.
Is Donald Trump and his family and his cronies making if approaches, how much money will they give then to billionaires in tax relief? Number two, we need to know, as we approach the deadline for filing taxes, how much Trump actually pays. Does he really pay very much? No. No, he probably pays as a percentage far less than you do. We need to know how much of the boasting that he makes about how much he gives to charity is actually true. You know, I just love it that Donald Trump gave $77,000 to the Park Service. And now he wants to take billions of dollars away from the Park Service. Big deal, Donald. Big deal, Donald. And for all those people, and I'm saying this with respect, who put their faith into Donald Trump and now see a White House populated by more billionaires than we have ever seen in Washington, we need to let them know about how much Donald Trump is really making money off of this presidency. They need to know. They deserve to know. And finally, we want to know, and we can learn this from his tax returns. What is the relationship financially, personally, and politically that Donald Trump has with Russia and all countries around the world? And let me end with this. Last year, a poll was taken. There were a bunch of unions and progressive organizations that took this poll in swing states. And the question was this: what could the government do that would the most benefit you as an individual? And you know what the answer was? It even surprised the pollsters. What people said would benefit their lives the most was to raise taxes on the rich. Raise taxes on the rich. And so, my friends, Donald Trump, one of the richest presidents that we've ever had, the most secretive president that we have ever had, it is because of you demanding that he releases tax returns that we will shine some light on this man, Donald Trump. Thank you so much. Keep looking.
All righty. Hey, everyone. That was great. One more round of applause for Congresswoman Schawkowksy. All right. Now, my third distinct honor for the day is introducing State Senator Dan Biss. Now, Dan Biss introduced SB 982. And SB 982 would make sure that President Trump, unless he released the last 5 years of his tax returns, would not be on the Illinois ballot. Yeah. And we think it's going to pass next week in the state Senate. Dan Biss, everyone. Hello, Chicago. You look so beautiful right now, I can't even tell you. So, on November 8th, late at night, when I went into my children's bedroom and saw them sleeping and asked myself, what have we done to your future? I felt sad, I felt angry, I felt scared. But the next morning I woke up ready to fight. And
So when our legislative session started, I introduced Senate Bill 982 that says that if you want to appear on the ballot for President of the United States in Illinois, you have to release 5 years of tax returns. Let me ask you, do you want us to pass that bill? All right, so here's what I need you to do. Take out your phone. Go to my Twitter feed, @DanielBiss. There's a link to a petition. Move On is running a petition to send to our legislators to make sure they know how important it is at twitter.com, @DanielBiss. Sign that petition. Share it with your friends. We need thousands of signatures so the legislature hears the people of Illinois are demanding transparency. Are we ready? Thank you. But guess what? I wish that Donald Trump was the only self-interested billionaire who's enriching himself at the expense of the public that we're dealing with here in Illinois, but we've got another one. His name is Bruce Rauner. What did Bruce Rauner do when he became governor? Step 1, cut his own taxes. Step 2, triple his income to $188 million. And what is he willing to release all of his tax returns with every schedule? He's not. What is he hiding? How is he enriching himself at our expense? So here's what I think. It's not just candidates for president who need to release their tax returns. It's candidates for governor. And that's why I, candidate for governor of Illinois, have released my complete tax returns for the last 5 years. Should every candidate for governor do that? Because here's the question. Here's the basic question. What side are they on? What side are they on? Is Donald Trump on our side? Is Bruce Rauner on our side? Do we have the right to know whether anyone who wants to be president or governor is on our side? We have that right, we have that responsibility because most of us are hurting while they are getting richer and richer and richer at our expense. This movement that you are here today to be a part of is not just about making Donald Trump tell the truth, though that would be nice. This is about taking power back for us. This is about taxing them so that we have fair taxes. This is about taxing them and not us so that we can pay for our schools, pay for our community colleges and universities, and finally afford health care. This is what's at stake. This is life and this is death, and we are not going to win by waiting. We're not going to win by counting on somebody else. We're going to win by marching. We're going to win by demanding, and we are going to win by making sure that every single legislator, every elected official in Washington and Springfield hears the people. Are you ready? Are you ready to fight? And let me ask you this, Chicago. Are you ready to win? Thank you.
Hello, Chicago! Are you ready for? I want to hear something really loud because I've waited a long time to hear this. Say this after me. Keep hope alive. Say it again. Say it louder. In 1984 and in 1988, I pulled the lever in the voting booth for this magnificent man, and it is my honor to introduce him to you today. Ladies and gentlemen of Chicago, our treasurer, the Reverend Jesse Jackson Sr. Keep hope alive!
Keep hope alive! Keep hope alive! Keep taxes. Pay your taxes. Pay your taxes. Transparency. One set of rules.
Australians were whatnot.
event today. We are in a very perilous situation.
Watch out, man.
The ships are moving toward North Korea. Mother of all bombs are dropping. Bluster is on the rise. Anxiety and fear is everywhere. People in high places must choose coexistence over co-annihilation. We must be sane enough to choose negotiation over confrontation and spare the human race of disaster. Then we have guided missiles and misguided leadership. We deserve better. Something has gone awry. Building walls between us and Mexico, our neighbors. 2/3 of our neighbors are Latin America. English is a minority language in our hemisphere. Mexico is our neighbor. Mexico is our first line of defense to the south. 2/3 of our neighbors are Latino. They should be embraced, not deported. Say embrace, not deport. Love, not dismiss. Care, not be careless. Mexicans, Venezuelans, Peruvians, Colombians are our neighbors. They are our neighbors. They are our friends. We must make room for each other. We want to talk about being smart. People care that you know, but they want to know that you care. What makes America great, and we will not reduce that matter. Give me you're tired. Not so much you're rich, you're tired, you're poor, you're humble masses who yearn to breathe free. Bring them here, not leave them there. Bring them here. Say red and yellow. Say red and yellow. Brown, black, and white. We're all precious in God's sight. Everybody is somebody. Human rights for all human beings. Measure human rights by one yardstick. And so we are bombing Afghanistan, threatening a nuclear war with North Korea. If taxation without representation is tyranny, the representation without taxation is authoritarianism. We deserve democracy. See, if taxation without representation is tyranny, the representation without taxation is authoritarianism. We are believers in democracy. This land is our land. Congress, do your job. Congress, do your job. Demand all Americans. Demand all Americans pay their taxes. There's a big fight last week about United Airlines and snatching down a concussion, a broken nose, broken teeth. Last call that United Airlines did not pay any corporate taxes. They get TIP money, they get tax subsidy, and yet they pay no taxes. So whether you are United Airlines or Donald Trump, the 1% should not have privilege at the expense of the rest of America. It's all of us. So all of us must work and pay our fair share of taxes. All of us must make sure our tax returns are transparent. Make sure our tax returns are transparent. We started our movement in Montgomery, and now it's Moscow. Don't smell right. Put your hands together and say, don't smell right. Lastly, we want health care for every American. We must end guns, end drugs, end jobs out. We all deserve a right to live and to work and breathe. Revive the commitment for climate change. Climate change is real. It's scientific. A job on income for every American. We must turn to each other, not on each other. We must love one another, care for one another, heal one another, find joy in each other. Each of us has a role to play. We must share responsibility. This land is our land. We must share responsibilities. Don't confront North Korea with bombs. Don't build a wall between us and Mexico. Don't ban Muslims. Don't bomb Syria and lock out refugees. This land is our land. We will remain great. What makes us great is give me you're tired, you're poor, you're whole masses, who yearn to breathe free, the land of opportunity and hope. Say I am somebody. I matter. I matter. I pay my taxes. If I don't, I'm penalized. If I don't, I can be jailed. I will love America. I want America to play the game by one set of rules. Say I am somebody. Red and yellow, brown, black, and white. We're all precious in God's sight. We must live together. We have survived apart. Now we must live together. We're all God's children. Keep hope alive. End war. Choose peace. Stop bombing. Now. Start loving. Now. Pray by one set of rules. Now. Congress, do your job. Congress, do your job. Congress, do your job.